Hello. Just trying to read Gravity's Rainbow. It's rather difficult. I'm somewhere in the almost nearing the halfway point. I don't know what the hell's going on. But today we're gonna talk about, and I was gonna live stream this, but I was getting kicked off the internet quite a few times. We're gonna talk about the OCs. In my opinion, their best album. This was the first one I actually heard all the way through, and I bought it at a show somewhere in Brooklyn. The OCs help, and what an introduction it is. I can only speak for myself, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of people got turned on to this band, this legendary band, through this particular record. And we'll talk about its magnetic, kinetic energies. And you just hear it right here. Is this enemy self-destruct? Lead track, it just kind of ticks away until it gets into it. And dun, 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 dun. A lot of the repetition, fuzzed out production. This is like peak stuff here. Really nostalgic for this sort of sound. As you can see, these are my other OC albums. We've got Warm Slime here. It's got this lovely thing going on here, the splatter, and they're on a roller coaster. My second favorite album of theirs is Castlemania. Got it etched, it's beautiful, psychedelic. Yeah, Warm Slime would be kind of what they're doing now a little bit, except a lot more long extended guitar work. This was their psychedelic freak out record. And here's the acoustic, some like dog poisons onto a world itself. Yeah, those are my OC albums, but we're talking about Help here, which I got at the show, and I watched them. And at the time, it was a friend of mine turned me on to the band. I heard Block of Ice, and dumb drums, and is it the Foggy Hounds of that particular record? It's a really quiet record. It's absolutely a beautiful album. It's one of those albums where you go to the beach, put it in the background, sip your mojito or margarita, and just lounge around in your beach chair, and just have that one in the background, you know? A total California type of record. But we're talking about Help. Get sidetracked. Bought this at the Brooklyn show, heard them, and I think the OCs I've probably seen them more times than any other band. And all the times have been remarkable, and they floored all the other bands. They just floored them out. Oh, they're playing commercial here. I got the album here on YouTube playing. I'm surprised it hasn't been copyrighted or anything. But the OCs are cool. They wouldn't let that go down. Oh, there it is. Ruby Go Home. Heard this one. All the kids went to the front. And it was just rip-roaring. It was, rock your socks off. It was an absolutely fun experience. Every time you see them, they floor all the bands out of there. To make it, you watch John Dwyer, man. He is setting up for a show. That in itself is the reason you came, because the guy is like doing this with duct tape, taping up everything all over the place, getting everything just set up just right, right sound. This has got to be, oh man, just manic. You see the man, he's already in a zone, and he's already presenting, the performance, and what you're about to go on an adventure and journey on. So, this record is really important to me because, got it at the show, and Bridget signed it with, you know, I just was like, could you please just draw something on it, you know? Can you draw something on it? Can you draw something on it? And you know, it must be exhausted, some asshole, excuse my language, some asshole coming up to her and be like, you drawing this record? You know, I mean, I imagine if I was in that situation, I'd be like, yeah, definitely, okay, you know, even if I was exhausted, but, you know, people, they go through things. She was, you know, more than, you know, excited to draw bat droppings, which I laughed about. But yeah, that makes the record extra special. And it comes on this beautiful, you know, let's take a look at it, shall we? Yeah, Ruby Go Home, this was a big song. This was, whew, this just rocked, you know, like people was losing their, just losing their marbles to this one, man. It was just, look at that, it's like a baby pink there, big soft pink, absolutely beautiful, you know. And the last time I looked on Discogs, some a-hole was selling it for like $107. I was like, man, I got an expensive record here. It's like, whoa, you know, I get some rare records. So, let's get my favorite songs on the album. Just even the package itself, as you can see, there's a bat in the background over here. A little Halloween bat just for this. You look at it, the bat ascending or floating by a rainbow, you know. They've been known for their kind of psychedelic art, psychedelic titles like Meat, Step Lively, or Peanut Butter Oven, you know, which is definitely one of my picks on the album, you know. And peanut butter and jelly was like a thing that, you know, you dealt with in the coach whips, you know. Talking peanut butter, you know. This, I guess, when you just out on the road rocking and rolling, man, the only thing you can eat is peanut butter jelly sandwiches. You know, Lord knows I've had my share of just that being the dinner, you know. But hey, look, if you want a really good peanut butter and jelly sandwich, do this. Get yourself some Miracle Whip or some Cool Whip, you know what I mean? And throw that bread, peanut butter, one side, right? Throw the bread though in the oven so it gets a little bit melted, you know what I mean? So you get the melted sandwich. And then, you know, you take the jelly, and if you can make your own jelly, that's cool. You know, that's better than Smucker's, right? So like, you know, blueberry jelly, strawberry, raspberry, pomegranate, take all the jellies or something, you know? And just, you know, one side, and you got the melted peanut butter, and then, like everybody does. That's the only way you can eat peanut butter jelly sandwiches, is that way. And then you take the cool, on top. And let me tell you, that will be your dinner and dessert. Bon appetit. Okay, so, what do we got here? Can I do listen to the whole album as I do the review? And then whatever comes, yeah, okay, yeah, let's go for it, you know, I don't know. Meat, Step Lively. Man, just 3 songs already, you know? At the time, this was like wildly experimental and crazy to listen to, you know? I mean, I think in the, you had like stuff like, you know, there's like the revival of what was to be known as shitgaze or lo-fi recordings, a lot of, and maybe that was large and by, granted, Ariel Pink's Haunted Graffiti had been the spark plug of that, you know. And then even, you can take it even further back, you know, and then, you know, he pays his homage to R. Stevie Moore, you know, and lo-fi, you know, I'm not a historian, man, so, but all the bands were doing lo-fi kind of music, or you know, it's got static, fuzz to it. Yeah, let's take a look at the inside here. You got the cool illustrations, you know. Look at that. That would be a really rad leather jacket to wear, you know. excuse me. That would be, and you could wear like a denim, you know, and then you could be a real thrasher with that one. Yeah, there's an ongoing motif, and I apologize, my reviews are usually schizo. There's a motif with seed, like I need seed. Seed is this, must be this sort of person, because on this record it's called Go Meet the Seed. You know, Seed must have been this guy who handed out hallucinogens or psychotropic drugs, or, you know, I'm not going to speculate too much here, but I mean, either that or, you know, they're totally sober, you know, when they were making this stuff. And, you know, it keeps the psychedelic 100. Flute. Yeah. And then a flag in the court. And what was really cool is the dun, 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 dun. But continuing my thought here was the just on side A is going to end. You have the turnaround, which is like an interlude to Can You See? Can You See is definitely a track that it's just this like epic. Yeah, let's just go right to it. A more slower jam. This is like rosy colored and rosy colored shades kind of sound to it. And then you have like all the pixelated kaleidoscope going on. And Bridget harmonizes like so beautifully, you know, with John's vocals. And I remember the drummer kicked ass. Dang, I forgot his name. I'm not good with names. That's what teachers say on their first day. So, oh yeah, the cover was designed by William Kine. I don't know if I'm saying that right, or I am. Yeah, doesn't say on here. He had like I remember the drummer. He had, what was the bassist? Had a bowl cut. This tall guy. Yeah, this is just like a peak psychedelic, you know, fun, rip-roaring rockin' record. Of the it came out in 2009, just on the eve of the beginning of a new decade. So this one, 2009 record, kind of capped off the millennium. You know, similar artists, Ty Segall. I can say Jay Reatard. I mean, and that's a legend unto its own. Uh, Times New Viking. What was that band? The one that hated everybody. Horse something. Horse shit? I don't know. Maybe. Classic psychedelic song. Yeah, and then you got Rainbow, you know, which you go meet the seed. Yeah, let's just go right to Yeah, Soda Street #1, man. I can't. Surf's Up. I can't get no help at all. Yeah, you know, that right there. Just a glorification straight out of the late 60s, man. Yeah, one of the other favorite songs, you know, and then of course, Destroyed Fortress reappears, and this would be like a foreshadowing of like Warm Slime and the the sound of the OCs nowadays. And you know, to be honest, I haven't, and that's the only way to be honest. I hate when people say that. It's such a weird trap phraseology. To be frank with you, uh, the new stuff, I kind of stopped listening to the OCs when they did Floating Coffin, and I was like, I don't know if I could take this journey anymore. But until that time, I had seen them countless times. I saw them at Maxwell's, and John bummed a cigarette off me, you know, and I thought that was cool. We just sat there. I was just telling, you know, just talking to him, you know, just total chill dude. Saw him by the boat, the shipyard, and I was like, you know, I just wanted to tell you, I've been listening to the Coach Whips, man. I'm just, that stuff is just, oh whoa, we're just getting into them. Uh, Bunch of times, anytime they came to New York, man, I was there, you know. uh, but in this particular time period, this was when it was like, whoa, you know, because it was a fresh, new, exciting record. Uh, yeah, this is the type of stuff that they do now. It's like the prolonged, larger songs, and they're a little more, I suppose they're more intricate, and where else could you go, you know? Perhaps he is making his like his you know, his Hendrix stuff, you know, like 1983 Merman type of stuff, you know, or his Voodoo Child, you know, like kind of melodies that are just going, woo, they're way out there. The reverb, oh wow, you know, catches you every time. But let's fast forward to Peanut Butter Oven. Oh, we got an ad. Shut up. Yeah, we're about to end this. And, oh wow. This track, when you heard this, you were like, you know it's just about to end. You know that the Health record is just going to sunset. Those are like soaring vocals, harmonizing. I dropped my other pair of glasses, which reminds me, I've been wearing them the whole time. Didn't realize. Kind of just was like really into this. Yeah, I hate to call this stuff like revival or rock, or you know, because shit, I didn't live in the '60s, man. You know, the hell, it's only reviving for people that lived through them times. You know, so to them it was the revival. To me, it was happening right there and then. You know. Yeah, that little cool slippery thing there, that riff. Yeah. All in all, you know, I give this record a 10 fingers, you know? 10 fingers, 10 toes. I'm not going to show you my toes. Perfect album, front to back. Definitely, definitely my #1 OCs record. The OCs. In my opinion. In my opinion. And once again, it was just a glorious thing to have partaken in, was to be around this band as they were shooting right to the top, you know, because it definitely felt like that. And as I recall it, it wasn't like, and I didn't read internet blogs because I hated that, you know, I hated the hype stuff, you know. So it was just like, I don't know, you just word of mouth, you know, somebody said, oh, check this band out, you know, and then you'd be like, okay, you know, and then they say, oh, I know you're gonna love this, and then you put it in, and then your mind is blown, and then next thing you know, you're over at Maxwell's, you know, R.I.P., and wherever else I saw him, Warsaw, there's Way Out, and what was it, Way Out, and, on the G, a particular club, I forget them all, man, seen Vitus, seen, yeah, you know, all the little hip spots, and then there were some spots where you don't even know if they're still open. They're probably shut down now. New York is a whole different animal at this point. But this record reminds me of those times. It's absolutely thrilling to me listening to it. You know, it's a rainy day, which is strange because this record is like sunshine. You know, go out into the world, man. Go plant a tree. Go pick a dandelion and eat it. You know, this kind of music. So, no, that was my review. Thank you for watching.